And we're back with our next combo video. I will both do the dual buildings and the greatsword in one video because compared to the spear, they have not as much combo potential, at least not for the moment. I also unlocked the level 10 skills for every weapon. So I will go over them later as well. But for the early combo list, I will only focus on the level 2 skills because I think most people that go through the demo will only have the level 2 skills available. I don't think many people will play all the way to level 10 like I did. Um, so that said, let's start with going over the early combos that I have for the dual wielding. The first one that I have is with the swift attack, um, the potent blows, more the gale stuff, and either the howling blades or the whirlwind. We will start with the howling blades. It's actually pretty simple. You start with a heavy attack, and then you can combo it into lights and heavies. It's and I will actually show this on the like enemy here, so you can like follow along on that. Because the Gale Blade actually stuns most targets, so that's what we're gonna do right here. And then you see that you like end with a heavy attack there. But personally, I'm more fan of the second one with the whirlwind. It goes a little smoother. So to jump in the second one, like I said, I'm more a fan of that one because it changed together a little better, and that's the way we have to go. It's like also you start with the heavy attack, you can follow up with the massive blow if you want. But I don't always do that because at this point in the game you don't have that much stamina yet, and both the dual blades and the greatsword is pretty heavy. They're very stamina hungry. But it's pretty simple. You start with a heavy attack into like the light attacks and into the spinning attack. The spinning attack also has the advantage of pretty much breaking the enemy pretty fast. So that's to stun him, into the light attacks to build up your like extra damage over time. It stacks up to 10 times. You just need to be careful because you're like pretty fast out of stamina. There we go. So that's it for those early skills. I also try to mess around with like the dash skills and with the rootless, like both of them. But unfortunately, they do not really chain together very nicely. You have like some kind of delay, and like I try to make sure that all the combos are pretty fluent. Also, for this one, it's like with a lot of dodging. That's really nice when you're like just fighting the enemy, but it's not really like um, real combo potential. It doesn't really chain together. But I think I'm a little bit spoiled by the spear with that, because the spear chains everything pretty much together. But then up to the greatsword, and that's why I do the two weapons in one video, because it's rather short compared to the spear. Like one of the early ones you can have is chaining Savage Momentum, Overhelm, Mortal Blow, and Manifest Power together. You can actually end with a giant hunt as well, if you like that, or any other skill. I'm taking giant hunt here because that's the skill that like I find it like the best skill, to be honest. And like an early combo you can do with that, it's also pretty simple, but also very stamina hungry. That is like light, light, charge, light into charge triangle, and then into another charged heavy attack. And the thing is, if you sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That's because of the stamina limit that we have. But if you have enough stamina, then you can end with like a real charged heavy attack. Most of the times you will not have the stamina for that at this point. So like you mostly will be like 1, 2 charged, other charged into and heavy, and now I got like the full charge of it. And then to like finish with like the skill, it's pretty simple. You just do it like after your full combo. Like that, or you can also like hold it and like do even more damage. The the only thing that you have with like most of those combos is like you need to find like an opening for it, because at this point you're easily staggered out of it. Like I will show with this Yeti here. You can also like start it up like a little early, and then only it with the heavier attacks. And like you saw here, you can pretty much switch that a little bit. Like you can go like light into heavy into charged light, or you can do it like first light and then the heavies. But you can easily like switch it up, like light, heavy, charged light into another charged heavy. Or you can start with a heavy attack and then do like your light and your heavies again. Or you can do like one light into a charge light. So like with some imagination, you have quite a bit of um, combo potential even there. And now to go over the level 10 skills, starting with the dual wield. It's pretty straightforward. Um, this just makes your Howling Blade like last longer. Like Howling Blade, you can only do on the first, the second, and the third attack from a light combo, but this will extend that. This will increase the attack speed of Variable Wind. This will do another double slash, and I think this will do more damage than Gale even. Like I said, I haven't tested the level 10 skills yet. Maybe there will come more videos with level 10 skills, but I just unlocked them, so I only focus on like the level 2s for now, because most people will have that. But I'm just going over them, just so you know them. The Wind Piercer throws an axe and dashes towards the hit enemy to attack. Retrieves the axe if the enemy is not hit. So like this seems to like throw your axe. That could be pretty nice to have some ranged if it works like that. This is like the higher your agility, the longer you have like on the uh, invisibility duration, and I think that might have something to do with like the breeze dash, because that gives you like invincibility, at least for the time being. This is like some kind of backwards dodge that also has like some counter attack into it. Quickly moves towards an enemy ahead and delivers a single slash. Nullifies damage and counter strikes when attacked during the activation. So maybe this also stacks with that one. It's a nice gap closer, but you also have that in like this here as well. That does like a little bit the same thing. For the greatsword, we have like that your dodge attacks can be charged after it as well. So that might even combo nicely in all those that I just showed you. Gain a small amount of spirits after breaking the stance. That's a little bit like the spear does. That's a nice addition. And this seems to like be a little bit like Giant Hunt, but a more advanced move. Let's see, unleashes an explosive power to attack with power of Blade Phantom. After using Phantom Knight Veil, gains a brief effect that enemy emits Blade Phantoms or while charging, damaging nearby enemies. So it seems to be the same as this, but like with a damage over time effect as well. That could be nice. That's decreasing the charging time. That will be good for pretty much everything that's here. Like the charging this one, the charging light attacks, this that charges. Phantom Blade probably as well. Action defense abilities after parrying an attack briefly assume a defense stance, then roars damage nearby enemies. So it's like giving you damage reduction, but also dealing some damage. Break to be break to breakthrough rather to be charged. That will combo nicely in this because it's a follow-up skill. And then we have this as well. Guards against enemy attacks while pushing them back. It's like a little bit like this skill, but like with a defense component to it. But this also pushes enemies back. And then my personal favorites, the spear. I think this one will really be busted. Like while you're in moon stance, I already tried this one out, obviously because it's my favorite weapon. While in moon stance, you have like an enchanted dodge. That that's nice, but it's not the best part. You have like increased stamina recovery while in moon stance. That is really nice. Your while in moon stance, your heavy attacks will be like this giant sweep attack. It uh it really breaks stances as well. Really nice. Then we have like 0 point that deals additional damage. That's really nice because 0 point is really handy for combos as well. Spiral Thrust we can charge as well. That's also nice. Means that we have more damage as well. Maybe even more ranged. The Assault Glide is really nice because it's a follow-up skill of Assault that you do even more stamina damage. And that's all what the spear is about. Like this also makes shadow reversal better, although that's the only skill that I need to like um, play around with a little more. And this skill I also need to play around with more because a dash skill that can only be changed while using a spirit skill. So I guess you have to use another spirit skill first, like for example the Spiral Thrust, to then end with Trench. But like I said, more videos and more combos about level 10 skills. They might come depending on what I find here. Um, then we have Shadow Strike. That's like a quick, nice dash and slash move. It seems it is nice, but I'm more a fan of the kick and everything from Swift Attack and Potent Blow here. And then lastly, we have like Phantom Heatwave. If you like use this, you automatically perfect guard like all attacks that come to you. So it's a really nice defensive skill. But it also enchants the Moonlight and the Full Moonlight, like those skills, from the Moonlight stance. And to be honest, that's really nice because I think Moonlight stance is really broken. And I probably end up with a spear. I'll, although if Gale gets even better, I might use that as well because Gale is pretty broken. Um, for the rest, I think that the dual wields has some really nice follow-up skills. This skill makes that better. This skill makes that better. This, that. So you see it all pretty nice follow-up skills. I'm not really wild of this one, to be honest, because like the dash from this skill also feels pretty weak. Um, but it looks very flashy. That's the nice thing about it. And I think greatsword will eventually be really good for like guarding and like counter-attacking. I think this will be like more your counter-attack weapon. The dual wield will probably be more your fast but fragile weapons. And I believe that the spear will be a real stance breaker after a while. You see that we're almost level 12 as well, so we might get new like common skills as well. The only one that I have right now, besides javelin and counterattack, the ones that you automatically get, uh, is like the brutal attack healing. So if I like brutal attack someone from the front, I get some health back. That's really nice. For the rest, I think this could be really nice for in the main game though, to keep your spirit up. I tried this one, also the is it this one? Increase spirit upon attack. Yeah, like the taking damage is not really worth it to be honest. This just will enchanted. I can deal with that. Gain spirit upon perfect bring dodging. I think this might be a very nice skill if you use the dual blades because you have a lot of dodging in here. You also have the other skill. What is it? Or where is it rather? I think it's. I don't really see it at the moment. Yeah, it's this one. Recovers rather stamina upon bring dodging. So I think that might really work well with the dual wields. For like the greatsword and spear, I don't really think it will be all that worth it. Um, of course, it depends on playstyle as well, but I think that greatsword and spear are more about like counter-attacking, especially the greatsword. This is more about dodging, and the spear is more actually about getting your moon stance going, and moon stance pretty much triggers all the rest. Moon stance will break stances faster, that will activate this. This will help with breaking stances, but also will activate this skill all the way over here. Activates skills into the or makes it even stronger. Rather in the moonlight stance. So like I already said in my previous video, spear chains everything very nicely together. So I think that spear will be a real opponent breaking weapon. But everything dodge related, dual wields, everything counter attacking related, greatsword. At least that's what I currently think. We we have more skills to go. Although I'm not really sure if I get all the way to level 18, but we will see that. And for the rest, you will have to wait on the next video. And maybe by then I will already have some level 10 combo skills.